Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the award ceremony. Let's hear it for the NBA champions.
Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Roberts and welcome to episode 2 of the New Orleans Pelicans MyLeague series here on NBA 2K20. It's opening night in the NBA tonight as the New Orleans Pelicans travel to Toronto to face the defending NBA champions Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors bested the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals and brought Toronto their first NBA title to a city that was very behind Toronto in that series. So very, very good to see that as Canada gets a title. Here's the lineups for the teams tonight. Pelicans, Raptors. Raptors got Lowry, Powell, Stanley Johnson from Detroit, Pascal Siakam, and Marc Gasol to make up their starting five. One player you obviously don't see in the Toronto Raptors tonight is Kawhi Leonard, the highly coveted free agent who came and went to Los Angeles Clippers. He was traded to Toronto, left via free agency, went to Los Angeles Clippers. And we are underway here in the 2019-2020 NBA season as Pascal Siakam's got her first points on a dunk, 2-0 Toronto Raptors within the first 10 seconds of the game. So what a very firework way to start the season as Jrue Holiday brings up the court for the Raptors, dish out to Redick. Redick sitting there on the right wing and dish back to Holiday and waiting for a screen setup, rolls left, pulls up, and that's in. Swished by Holiday as it's 2 for 2 here in the early going. Raptors, obviously a very different team, losing Kawhi Leonard and also losing Danny Green to the other Los Angeles team. So this is a very different team. They did add Stanley Johnson, but obviously it's hard to replace Kawhi Leonard, the former two-time Finals MVP, as Kyle Lowry puts up a three-point shot and it's in. So it doesn't look like offensively they're missing him so far, as it's 5-2 Raptors in the early going. Raptors, though, do have a good, solid team that still can get very high in the East, so don't sleep on these Raptors. They're obviously not out of it yet, as you have a dish across the court to Brandon Ingram, one of the new pieces in the Anthony Davis trade. Obviously, gets the ball back, puts up a three, and he misses it. So first miss is for the Pelicans, and drive up the court to Powell. Little, very shaky passes, but Lowry's able to find it here. Meets his match in Jrue Holiday, a very good defensive player, as stonewalls Lowry and gets the block. So a very good play by Jrue Holiday to stop that transition as he starts ones of his own, trying to get inside, trying to work his way inside, dish to Favors. on the low block, working his way on Marc Gasol. Drop sets, and he gets swatted himself. Former Defensive Player of the Year right there, Marc Gasol putting that one up. And Powell tries to put up a 3, surrounded by people, but he gets in, a 2, but he's able to get that one to fall. So that was a very impressive shot by Norman Powell. It's a Pelicans team that's very different. Obviously, they have their very different of their own as they lost Anthony Davis. They traded him away to the other Los Angeles team. So kind of very different, but also parallel journeys by these two teams in the offseason. They got a very coup of players that you'll be seeing tonight. There's one of them, Brandon Ingram, as Drew Holiday gets the one as the block. Passes out to Nicolò Melli, rolls left, jump shot, and it's in. So Nicolò Melli, another fresh face coming over from Italy. Not much has been made of him, obviously, with the other pieces coming in, but Nicolò Melli is a player that Alvin Gentry likes, as you can see, putting him at the starting power forward. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the game. As Powell gets inside, he makes another layup. I don't think the Toronto Raptors have missed so far. It's just 9-4. Excuse me if you hear me sniffling a little bit and coming off a little cold. So just pardon me for that. Holiday dishes to Ingram on the left side, waiting for the play to develop. Dish back to Holiday. Kind of waiting. There's a screen by Nicolò Melli. Gets some space and pulls up. And he knocks it down. So I'm kind of surprised the Raptors playing a little lackadaisical defense right there on a guy like Drew Holiday. As you see those stats, 21.2 points per game last year and 7.7 assists. 2 very good years. We're going to see if he can make it 3 at his age 30 season. Patch down low to Gasol, matched up against Derek Favors. 2 old veterans going at it right here. And Derek Favors gets the head of that one as he gets the rebound. Drew Holiday pushing up the court, trying to push the tempo again. Gets by the Raptors, and it looks like that's a very easy layup for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is very quick with the ball, but he's also a very good defender. As you can see, last season was made the second team All-NBA defensive team. So truly a two-way star here in New Orleans, as they need a couple of those as they get rolling in this new era, as it seems like. Pascal Siakam getting inside. This is the layup, rebounded by Derek Favors, already coming away with a couple boards. Nice quality showing from the big man. Drew Holiday once again trying to get inside. Dish out to Ingram, thinks about pulling up. Cross court to Favors, back out to J.J. Redick, another new acquisition here in New Orleans from Philadelphia. As he tries to drive inside, gets stonewalled. Lowry pokes it away. He's able to get it back. Dish out to Ingram, shot caught line down 1 second and pulls up, and he misses. So good defense by Toronto there, but Derek Favors able to get the rebound. It's fouled and one. Derek Favors getting a little offensive board action. Big man celebrates. Kyle Lowry fouling the play as we watch it again. Gets the offensive board, goes up with it. Lowry no match, gets his hand on his arm, and it's it for Derek Favors. So nice solid work by Favors as he has an early chance for a 3-point play. Derek Favors, nice veteran, been around the league a little bit, signed here to a 1-year deal in the Pelicans, and he gets it in. So old-fashioned 3-point play there for Derek Favors. The Pelicans take the lead 11-9. Norman Powell working it up for the Raptors. Waiting, dishes it down low to Lowry, who's on the low block, going up against Drew Holiday. Decides to pull up in front of him. He knocks it down. So Lowry, with a nice open, just pull-up fire shot right there from the low block. It's a tied up 11-11. Drew Holiday a little shaking his head by that one. Pelicans playing a little slow pace, which is kind of surprising. Playing a lot of half-court, offense. So they got 4 out, 1 in right here. As they get a high pick by Melli. Holiday gets inside and is fouled by Marc Gasol. We're going to jump ahead here a little bit in the first quarter as Toronto Raptors are up 27-19 on the New Orleans Pelicans. Toronto Raptors starting to pull away from this one as Lonzo Ball brings the ball up the court. No pun intended. Lonzo Ball acquired from that Los Angeles Lakers trade as well. Jackson Hayes now. High side, now he's going to work his way inside, try to get past Pascal Siakam. Does a little drop step move, got a little bit of space, misses, gets his own rebound somehow. Just out to a wide open Josh Hart, and he misses the 3. So that's a opportunity that the Pelicans should be taking advantage of. Pelicans are shooting pretty well tonight, though. The Toronto Raptors, though, have been just on fire for shooting. They missed, I think they made 3/4 of their shots so far. As Hart passes inside, ball on the defense on Ibaka. This is a little bit of a mismatch. Ball trying his hardest, but that's an easy hook shot for Ibaka. As here we go, you can see, Toronto Raptors 75%, only missed 4 shots so far. Pelicans shooting a solid 47% on their own, but it's hard to keep track when you're playing 75%, offensive shooting. Etuan Moore gets inside, his foul on the inside. Little reminiscent of the Drew Holiday foul earlier. Etuan Moore going to the line. Etuan Moore, nice solid bench player, averaging 11.9 points per game. 3-point specials off the bench. Here's free throw number 1 as he misses, surprisingly. As you see some checking in. Here comes Ibaka off to the bench. And I think that's, Stanley Johnson checking in. So it looks like a little smaller lineup here for Toronto. Stanley Johnson is listed at the center. As here comes Y1G1 more. See if you can hit the second free throw. And it is. It's in. Toronto Raptors is a little loud here tonight. Obviously, opening night, ring ceremony. So maybe the crowd getting to Y1G1 more there. As here comes Fred VanVleet, crowd favorite. Nice, solid role player in this series against Golden State. Pascal Siakam, though, drives aside and gets a nice, solid layup. Pascal Siakam, the NBA Most Improved Player of the Year last year. So he's still a nice, solid man to have leading the forefront now that Kawhi Leonard's gone. Lonzo Ball rolls left, gets some separation, kind of loses his ball, dishes inside to Jahlil Okafor, misses a point-blank layup. And here comes Stanley Johnson pushing up the court, dishes it left again, and misses a three. So that's very lucky for New Orleans, by the way. Toronto's been shooting tonight. Lonzo Ball's got the ball now. Drives inside, gets past his man. Easy layup for Lonzo Ball. Lonzo might not be the best shooter, but he knows how to get inside. He's a very solid defender, lengthy 6'6" point guard. So he's still got a role. He's not a bust yet. I wouldn't label him a bust yet. As Toronto here, Stanley Johnson getting stuck up against Jahlil Okafor. He does get some separation and pulls up. A little suspect defense there from Jahlil Okafor. He's kind of not been a strong suit. We're hoping that can increase here in New Orleans as Lonzo Ball gets a screen left from Jackson Hayes, choosing not to take it. Instead takes the open layup and is in. So Lonzo Ball has 2 possessions in a row. We've seen Lonzo Ball be able to get inside as the lead is back underneath double digits. Thomas pushing at the ball. Y1G1 more waiting for him. Dishes out to Siakam. Hayes has his hands full, as it seems like, but he's able to cause enough defense for that one. Dish up to Lonzo Ball, so he gets past Fred VanVleet again, and another easy 2 points for Ball. So that's a quick 6 points as Fred VanVleet has his hands full against the lengthy point guard. Now let's see if the Raptors can get some space here. Stanley Johnson hands it off to Thomas. Tries to drive, gets kind of stuck on Y1G1 more. Y1G1 more some very good ISO defense here. As Hart also is in defense back to Siakam moving the ball around a lot, it seems like. For VanVleet, though, gets some space. Nice teardrop layup. Good high pick there for Toronto. So they got 35 points here in the first quarter. And we'll see if the New Orleans Pelicans can get something here. Looks like they're going to try to hold for the last shot. Ball dribbling at the ball. Fred VanVleet on here. Calls a play. And there's a man, Okafor, getting open on the left side. See if he can do something against the smaller Stanley Johnson. Try to get some space. Has to pull up, though. He's running out of shot clock, and he misses. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here as the Toronto Raptors come out hot as they have a 9-point lead. It's 35-26 here in Toronto. And we are back here in the second quarter with 4:10 to go. Not much has happened. Kind of the same old. Raptors are up 51-38. Been able to hold a double-digit lead for most of the second quarter. Every single time the Pelicans bring it close, the Raptors have just stayed on fire shooting tonight and just outshoot them. Raptors only have 38 points in the second quarter, while the Pelicans only have 38 points, while the Raptors already have 51 points. Pelicans not playing the best defense, so we'll see if the Pelicans can pick it up, though, as Drew Holiday drives inside and gets an easy layup. Drew Holiday's got 13 points now. He hasn't missed a single shot. He's off to a hot start, 5 for 5. Kyle Lowry brings the ball, dishes it over to Thomas, dishes it up to the top of the key to OG Anunoby with Josh Hart on him. He's looking for a play. Here comes Kyle Lowry. This time Holiday still on him. He passes it back to Anunoby in the quarter. Looking for a screen from Ibaka. Look like they're going to switch. So he's got the big man on now. Steps back with time right down and nails a 3. That's what I've been talking about. The Raptors just hitting every shot. That was Stanley Johnson from threes. That was OG. And Drew Holiday. And they got a wide open Y1G1 Moore in the corner. Speaking of threes, they got to watch out for him. Wide open 3. Y1G1 Moore will hit that 9 times out of 10. As the Pelicans answer right back to 11 points. Pascal Siakam brings it up the court. Gets a pick, trying to drive, and Jackson Hayes plays good defense and is able to get the bad contested shot. Okafor up to Drew Holiday, gets past his man, drives inside, and is fouled. So Drew Holiday will go to the line for 2. Drew Holiday is, as you can see by the stat earlier, has been a lot of the points. They got 13. He's 14 points now, and he's 4 for 5 from free throw. So Drew Holiday, like we thought, would be a very good scorer. We'll just see if they can keep up with the Raptors for the rest of the game. Drew Holiday, and he hits the second free throw. So Raptors cut it within a single-digit lead again. And there it is, the free throw percentage. Pelicans have attempted 13 free throws, while the Raptors have only attempted 3. But it hasn't really mattered with the Raptors' hot shooting, as Matt Thomas tries to get open, tries to drive, dishes it out with Jackson Hayes covering. Siakam gets a screen, gets stuck. Too much congestion, gets switched, and misses the layup. But there's a rebound, misses it again, though. So Josh Hart gets the rebound now. He's going to push it up, dish it up to Holiday, pulls up from top, and misses. But look at that. That's Etuan Moore inside getting a rebound. Look at Etuan Moore getting inside. Now he wants the ball on the outside, and miss. So good. Good try there, but Etuan Moore was a good hustle play, just couldn't finish it. And there's not a good hustle play as Pascal Siakam has a wide open dunk thanks to Jahlil Okafor's defense. Jahlil Okafor, we're just hoping that defense can fix. He's got his hands full with Pascal Siakam. Sets a pick for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday drives less. He's got a man on his back and dishes it out to Jackson Hayes, who dishes it back out to Hart, back to Holiday. Holiday draws a double team, dishes to Hart, can't really control the ball. Out to Jackson Hayes, he got to shoot with time running down, and he misses. So good defense by the Raptors. Good double team pressure as it forced a bad pass. And here comes Lowry slowing it down. And there's Pascal Siakam again for an easy dunk. That time Jackson Hayes was slow to get back. So Pascal's got 12 points, 10 inside the paint, as Pelicans defense has just been lacking on these past couple of possessions. That's kind of what's been hurting them all game. As Josh Hart tries to drive, going ISO on Pascal this time. He's got some separation, tries to drive, dishes it right back out, and he pulls up for a very odd shot. I'm surprised he didn't pull up earlier. And the rebound goes to Lowry. Lowry's got plenty of space, and Drew Holiday steps up on him. And this time he lobs it for the alley-oop, as the Raptors got 60 points. Interior defense lacking again. So I don't know what's going on inside for the Pelicans, but they just can't seem to defend the paint. As Jackson Hayes works inside, tries to go with a fadeaway hook shot. That's a tough shot, but he gets his own rebound and puts it up. So hustle play by Jackson Hayes, getting that rebound and putting it back in. As they pull within 13 with the last minute to go in the second. Lowry dribbles it up. Holiday's on him. Holiday playing good defense, as Lowry can't seem to get by. Pascal Siakam's got the ball again. Let's see if he can make something again. And he switches on to Jackson Hayes. Pascal working ISO, drives, and misses the layup, but he gets the rebound over Hayes. Dishes it to Ibaka, dishes it back up to Matt Thomas. Gets a pick from Ibaka, drives. This time on Jahlil Okafor. He's got a double team, and he gets fouled thanks to Jahlil Okafor. So Matt Thomas will go to the line for 2. Matt Thomas, former Iowa State Cyclone here in Toronto now. We'll see if he can make a name for himself as he goes to the line. And he makes the first one, puts the Raptors up by 14. Raptors already got 61 points, as now Stanley Johnson checks in. And he'll be at the small forward, it looks like. Pelicans don't make any switches. And Matt Thomas, see if he can make the second free throw. And it is off. So he only made 1 of 2 as Jahlil Okafor gets the rebound. He dishes it way up the court. That's a bad pass. That's a very ambitious pass. It's not even close. No Pelicans are able to touch that ball and then give it right back to the Raptors. That's the kind of mistakes these Pelicans can't be making with the Raptors shooting like they are right now. As Kyle Lowry has the ball, let's see if he waits. Yeah, it looks like he's going to wait for the final possession. He has Drew Holiday on him, so see if Kyle Lowry can put an extra 2 or 3 points on the board before we go to the break. 10 seconds now. No movement yet, so this is there's a couple movement. It looks like trying to get Matt Thomas open on the left side. It's interesting. And now Lowry gets a double screen. He wasted too much time. He's got to put up a bad shot, and he misses. So kind of a interesting break or possession before the break, as the Raptors, though, have a 61-47 lead as we go into the half. And we'll see if the Pelicans can get back in this one. Despite the loss of Kawhi Leonard in free agency, this looks like a scary Raptors team, as they have been firing on all cylinders. It looks like Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam have been up to the task of carrying this team, as they put up a lot of points here for Toronto. Kyle Lowry, I think, has 11 points, and Pascal Siakam's gotten a few dunks, as you can see right here in this highlight clip. Raptors shooting way better than the Pelicans. Pelicans shooting 41%, the Raptors well above 50%, and it's really showed in this game, as the Pelicans haven't been able to keep it inside of single digits for long. There it is. Raptors got 57 points. Kyle Lowry, 11 points, 5 assists. We'll jump into the third quarter now, see if the Pelicans can bring this one back to make this game a little more interesting. And Drew Holiday starts off the ball. He gets very pressured by Lowry early on. It looks like it's going to cost him. Actually, no, it's not. He misses a layup. And as you can see, the Pelicans rolling with their starting lineup. And here comes the Raptors. Lowry's got the ball. He throws an oop. There's Pascal Siakam. Just what I was talking about. Another assist for Lowry and another dunk for Pascal Siakam, as he's got 17 points, this game. What a great game by Pascal Siakam. Drew Holiday trying to drive inside, trying to go a little ISO. He's got him on his side, and good defense by Lowry. It's two very good point guards going at it. As Stanley Johnson has the ball now. He drives, dishes it out. And that's a swish by the Raptors. Raptors have not slowed down one bit as they push this to 19 points. Pelicans are in danger of going down by 20. As Drew Holiday tries to drive, dishes it, has a wide open man, dishes it out though to Redick. Now it gets down to Favors, and he tries to give it to Redick again. Redick trying to dribble, gets ripped, loose ball, and the Raptors get it. J.J. Redick losing the ball, and here comes Stanley Johnson. One man back for the Pelicans, dish to the corner. Three by the Raptors, and they nailed that one as well. So back-to-back threes for Raptors, and this is now a 22-point game. The lid has come off in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Pelicans are reeling. They get rips again. Raptors, wide open lane for Lowry. Layup. Then with timeout, Pelicans, that is a change of possessions. 24 points by the Raptors. This is bad for the Pelicans. Raptors come out firing. Pelicans got no answer. They've been left reeling. As we jump later in the third quarter, still the same thing. 19-point game for the Raptors. Pelicans try to get inside, miss layup. Raptors dish out to Fred VanVleet now. And here comes Siakam again, gets inside. And this time he is fouled. Can't get the shot off. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws now. And let's see if he can capitalize. Raptors, Pelicans, there he is. Siakam, 16 points, earlier. 16 points for Pascal now as he goes to the line. And now he has 17 points as he puts the Raptors up by 20. A lot of substitutions coming in for the Pelicans. Looks like Hart, Hayes, and Etuan Moore coming in. See if they can get some shooting going on with Ingram and Etuan Moore coming in. Pascal Siakam to the line for his second free throw. And he misses it. So he made 1 for 2, but they get the offensive rebound. And he misses that one too. So that could have been an interesting three-point play. Pass out the ball. Pass out to Etuan Moore. Now he's open in the paint. Gets a nice layup. That's what the Pelicans need to put it to 18-point lead now. Good dish by Ball to find Etuan Moore inside, and good outlet pass by Jahlil Okafor. Fred VanVleet driving the ball up and playing some defense, waiting on a pick. Ball driving on or guarding Fred VanVleet, and Ball gets the ball now. Etuan Moore, this time he's got another wide open layup, and he gets that one as well. So two similar possessions there. As you can see, the Raptors have missed one more shot than the Pelicans have. So Pelicans trying to keep pace with the Raptors despite the early onslaught by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam inside, doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Jackson Hayes finds Ball. Ball pushing up the ball now. And crossover, tries to get inside. He's got some space, and he is fouled. So Lonzo Ball will go to the line tonight and see if he can get 2 baskets. Lonzo Ball, not the best free throw shooter in his career. That's another aspect he's willing to change. And as you can see, Stanley Johnson trying to swat at him and gets a piece of Lonzo Ball's arm. Let's see if he can capitalize on this and get these 2 points. Lonzo on the first free throw, and he misses it. See, that's what we're talking about. Lonzo's free throw, not the best, not where it should be for a point guard. But let's see if he can hit the second one here. Lonzo try to get 1 for 2, and he misses that one as well. So 0 for 2. Pelicans cannot capitalize on the free throws. And here comes the ball. Etuan Moore playing some defense and gets inside, misses the rebound. So Etuan Moore with the rebound. Pretty solid defense there. Tries to drive, gets past his man, goes up for another layup, and this time he gets swatted, but there's a foul. As they call foul on OG Anunoby. And we're going to fast forward to the end of the third quarter. Raptors have a very sizable lead. As we go into the fourth quarter, we'll see if they can hold on to it as they are up 86-73 over the Pelicans. As the fourth quarter begins, we'll see if the Pelicans can bring this one back. Only down by 13 going into the fourth quarter, so they were able to bring it back after that 20-point deficit earlier. Raptors rolling with Lowry, VanVleet, Ibaka, Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam. And Fred VanVleet gets the ball at the top of the key. He's guarded. Passes out to Siakam, who's guarded by Favors. Pascal now trying to make something work on Favors and gets by him. Favors gets back in front, though, as he has to dish it out to VanVleet. Shot clock wind down, and he misses. So looks good defense by the Pelicans. J.J. Redick brings the ball up the court. Gets met up at the top of the key. Gives it to Okafor. Okafor is going to back down. He's got a smaller man on him. We'll see if he can take advantage of this one. He rolls right. Fadeaway jump shot. Misses it, though. So good defense by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet gets the rebound. He's bringing the ball up. He's met and tries to get by Redick as he meets some traffic. Pass out to Ibaka. He's got Jahlil Okafor on him. Here comes Kyle Lowry. Step back three. Miss. Pelicans with the ball. Derek Favors with the rebound. Dishes it out to Holiday. Holiday trying to get by his man. Kyle Lowry has only got 4 points in the second half. He's slowed down a little bit since the first half, so that's been a plus for the Pelicans. Redick with the ball gets a screen. He's left wide open, and now he decides to pull, and he misses it. So Redick kind of hesitated for a minute. It kind of cost him 3 points. Fred VanVleet with another rebound, pushing the ball up the court. He's met at the top. Etuan Moore guarding him. Fred VanVleet gets a screen. VanVleet wide open. Missed three. Rebound Pelicans. Dish out to Holiday. Holiday's pushing the pace. He's not slowing down at all. Goes right. Got a wide open lane. That's a layup. Fred VanVleet, 4 points, 0 for 2 from 3 for this half. So Raptors, a couple of their key guards not shooting the best, and we'll see if the Pelicans can take advantage of it in the second half. Pascal Siakam screen right, goes to the lane. He is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Jahlil Okafor with the foul on Pascal. So we'll see if Pascal can add to this lead and push it back up by 11. So sitting on a pretty comfortable lead. Pelicans just can't get past that double digit mark. And Pascal, first shot at the line, and he misses it. So Raptors missed the first free throw. Here comes some Pelicans and some Raptors on some substitutions. Looks like Jahlil Okafor is going to the bench. And the Raptors, we'll see if they can hit the second free throw. Pascal, and he makes that one. So he is 1 for 2. Raptors up by 12 with 10 to go. And Ingram takes the inbounds pass, comes up the floor. And he's going to wait, calls for a screen for Derek Favors. Screen left. Ingram rolls. He's got some space, got some separation. He misses the layup, though. It's kind of an interesting looking shot. Pass out to Johnson. Pass out to the Norman Powell. J.J. Redick on him. He gets right by J.J. Redick, but he loses the ball, but he's able to get it back. And here comes Norman Powell. Dishes it back up to Stanley Johnson. He's got Etuan. Derek Favors guarding him. And here comes Gasol inside on Ingram. And he's able to muscle his way in there and gets the easy hook shot. Ingram, no match for Gasol on that play. Holiday now, he's driving the ball up the court. Goes left, gets by his maze. Gets kind of stuffed in the line that Nicola Melli was there to meet him that time, his own teammate. And Lowry's poking the ball away, and it's a fight for the ball, and Lowry tries to save it, but it looks like it is going to be Pelicans' ball. So good defense by Lowry. It's very, handsy. He can get his hands in there, poke the ball away, as we've seen a couple of times. And here comes Holiday. Holiday takes the inbounds pass, screen left, tries to drive inside. He's got a double team, dishes it to Melli. He's got it right underneath the basket, and he misses the right-hand hook or layup. So Raptors with the ball. Powell pushing up. Powell with another 3 attempt and another 3 make. So Powell has been the 3-point shooter for the Raptors this game as they put the ball and they put possession up to 17. Holiday trying to do something here. He's trying to get inside, trying to do a lot of work. He's fouled that time. Holiday with a lot, trying to put the team, behind him and lead this comeback, and he'll be able to go to the line for 2 to capitalize on the situation. First free throw he misses, so that's not good for the Pelicans. He misses the first free throw. Second free throw, Holiday takes his time. Crowd's rocking here in Toronto, and makes the second one. So it's a 16-point lead for the Raptors with 9 to go, and it's looking pretty solid for the Raptors. See if any late comeback by the Pelicans in this game. Siakam gets the ball, hands it off to Lowry. Lowry drives left, open man in the corner. That's Gasol. Gasol hits a 3, so everybody's getting in on the 3 party for the Raptors. Nice pass by Lowry, as that puts the Pelicans behind by 19 now. So let's see if they can come back. And there's another, poke away by, Lowry. And that's just going to end it to the end of the game. Pelicans able to get it at 15, but the Raptors just win this one comfortably. 108-93 as the Raptors start the season off on the winning end. The Pelicans 0-for-1 on the season. Look good at times. Their defense was kind of spotty. We'll see if they can. We'll keep an eye on that in the coming season. But they were going up against the Raptors, who are still a solid team. As we see Pascal Siakam 27 points, Kyle Lowry 21, Norman Powell with 3 threes of his own. Fred VanVleet got some points. Marc Gasol double. Stanley Johnson 6 points. Ibaka 4. So a good little. We saw Siakam and Lowry at the top. Not really surprised about that for the Raptors, as Drew Holiday puts up 26 of his own. 17 for Favors, double for him. Ball's got 13. Etuan Moore's got 10 as well. J.J. Redick, 3 for 10 shooting. Not what we like to see out of J.J. Ingram only had 4 points. So a couple of Pelicans did kind of underperform, but this is the first game of the season. These guys are young, and they'll have a chance to bounce back later in the season. As we take a look now, let's go to the next game versus the Mavericks, who won their first game. We simulate this one, and we do pick up with a win in this one, so that's a good bounce back game as we take the first game against the first Texas team, 117 to 103. Ingram 21 points in that game. Redick 19. Favors with another double-double. Good to see that. And Porzingis leading the charge for the Mavericks with 27 of his own, followed by Luka Doncic, who had 10 rebounds for him. Move on to the Rockets. Simulate this game against the new look Rockets, and we lose this one behind the combined force of Harden and Westbrook. Could not be stopped, putting up a combined 75 points. So that new guard tandem looking like it's working out in Houston. 134 points put up, 111 for the Pelicans. So it looks like defense has been a problem. Take a look at this game as we see the King putting up 53 against Charlotte. Lakers are a team to watch out, obviously, with Anthony Davis now. Move on to the Warriors game. Warriors are undefeated, and we do knock off the Warriors, though. So that's a good game by the Pelicans. Nice bounce back as we are up 102 to 93. Drew Holiday, 42 points. That's a very nice game for him. Looks like the Warriors are led by D'Angelo Russell, 37. And let's take a look at this game, just because Mike Conley put up 48 for the Jazz and his new team. In the first move of the season, Carmelo Anthony is returning to Oklahoma City as he has signed a one-year, $5.76 million deal to join the Thunder. It'll be interesting to see what he can add to this team this year, as he is determined to prove that he is not done yet. In our team news, we have added Josh Gray and Zylan Cheatham to the G League team, the Erie Bayhawks, to get them some development. In terms of the starting lineup, Jahlil Okafor has been moved in, and Nicolo Melli has been moved to the bench. Jahlil Okafor has played pretty solid this year, and he will be the starting five with Derek Favors as the 4, as we take on the Denver Nuggets at home in our next game. Denver is undefeated on the season, and we'll look to see if we can build on this 2-2 start. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and post any feedback down below, and I'll see you guys at home as the Pelicans play the Nuggets. Thank you guys for watching.